EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Ready to get us started here, Riley Patterson.
And we are underway from AT&T Stadium.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. You talk about this Lions defense. This crew against the pass, issues at times, ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. The Cowboys at 9-4 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Steps away to his left. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Aiden Hutchinson racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. They'll run for the first time with the speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. Just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Goff now looks to throw. He'll let this go for Adams. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Dak swinging this out quickly to Lamb. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he will have the 1st down as he's up to his 17-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, go to 54, go to 54, wide. 26.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Up to the 20. You talked about this Lions defense. This crew against the pass, issues at times. Ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
Prescott now on 2nd down. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it but couldn't pull it in. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing, Prescott. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. On the return is Williams. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Looking deep for Adams. He's got it at the 15. A big play there for Detroit. 48 yards.
It's a gain of 48 yards. 1st down, Detroit.
We're scoreless after 1.
First quarter with no score.
The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. 2nd and 10. Another run for Gibbs here. And this time he won't even make it back to the line of scrimmage as they stop him in his tracks. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring them 4th down here.
Patterson's kick is good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now a dump off here complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And it's 2nd down.
At the 27-yard line.
Now Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Kill. Here go 46. Hey, kill. 26.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Matt Ariza now on to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
No, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get... All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
We're going to 54. Why?
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is into the end zone for the Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. With now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. So the turnover sets it up, and then a touchdown run here on the ensuing play.
And Brandon, a lot of times you see teams take shots in the passing game on a quick change like this. They go right back and throw one for the end zone. Here they just called a running play looking to get a few yards. But he's able to work his way downfield and take it into the end zone. The end result, the exact same thing as going for it in the passing game.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. To throw is Goff. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late. Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Back to throw, Goff. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. Turpin deep for the Cowboys. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 53 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Right back to him on 1st down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Well, they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Here we go, 47.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And one of the linebackers has got it. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about
under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Levi Onwuzurike charging in and finishing off the sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So on 4th down, Prescott off, and on is Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. And his kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So the fumble recovery hadn't set up an ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Goff on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Cowboys will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, Charles, they're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Kill! 47,
Lamb in motion left. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And it's intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. 17-3 the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. Running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And that's complete to Adams. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A quick throw there out to Williams. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, 30 yards. And the Lions have got it back to within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get this score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Now this thing gets marked where it went out of bounds, so they're going to have really good starting field position near midfield. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 69 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Prescott off play action. That's to Schoonmaker, the tight end. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 21. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Play action now. Prescott. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
Those are the kicks that you worry you might have to confront again in the end. You had a chance to go up by 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter, but your kicker can't convert.
A quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. And I think the ball's out. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That really sets him back, a loss of 6. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. To throw is Prescott. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 16.
Hey, 47. Hey, kill.
Prescott down. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to make it a two-score game. And his kick here is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So that CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a two-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a two-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a two-score deficit here in the fourth. He'll let this go for Adams. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Detroit. Davante Adams. 79 yards. And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point try now for Patterson. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17.
Cowboys 20, Lions 17. Riley Patterson to kick off for the Lions.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Devontae Turpin now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on 17-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear. There he goes, right side. And he'll be taken out of bounds all the way down near the 35-yard line. 112 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. Prescott to throw it. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That's another Cowboys. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Back at the 5-yard line now. Second and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are right back in this football game. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. defenders look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Gibbs straight ahead. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they work this out past the 25. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Here's Goff. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Brandon, how about that reaction there from a defensive end? Able to recognize the screen pass trying to happen, broke off his pass rush, and then got back to tackle the running back. That's a very athletic and intelligent play. Reminds me of you working out and seeing that the treadmill's open and getting there before anyone else.
See, I know you're just patronizing me right now. Everybody knows at home that that is nothing but a shot at me, and I'll take it, absorb it, and we'll move on. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Now Goff looking to change the play. They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Here's 1st and 10.
Value free.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. Penalties not what they needed here. 1st and 15.
Listen.
Now it's gone. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. 2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
They'll go again with Gibbs. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow.
the kicker on for the
So the second half comeback is now complete. They have battled from behind, taken the lead, and CD now, they just need their defense to stand up here and secure the victory.
And remember, they were trailing by double digits, fought their way back into this one. Now we find out the true definition of a team, don't we? Because one side of the ball just did its job. Now it's time for the other one to take over. Don't let them drive downfield and get the deciding score in what time remains.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
We're going to 54. Wide.
Now Dak. That's complete to Lamb. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space. Let them do what they do.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Final minute, one timeout remaining. 1st and 10.
Here we go, 46.
Here's Dak. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
Clock at 30 seconds. 2nd and 10. To throw, Prescott. That's caught by Tolbert. Oh, what a nice tackle there. That will hardly move the needle at all offensively. A very short gain.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and
Here's Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Here we go, 46, 46. Here we go, 47. 26. 26. 26.
One last shot now for Prescott. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. Just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Lions, their chances of finishing over 500, they remain alive as they move to 6-8 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to